Hi there. So this is an interesting topic. First of all, I receive about 100 messages a day, all in all, from every app you can imagine. And these messages predominantly are messages of love and kindness and one thing or another. But every now and again, more so when I talk about certain subjects, that kind of rattles people. So today I'm going to talk about one of those subjects. I'm going to talk about two people actually, a mother and daughter. I'm not going to mention names, so I'm going to make two names up because I'm not that type of person to shame or, gloat or anything like that. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and everybody has their thoughts and feelings, opinions and experiences. So I completely get it. But let's say that the mother of this daughter sent me an email, and it was a lengthy email, and I'm going to bullet point some of the things. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'll paint a picture, okay? She is a member of a religious cult, and when I say cult, all religions are predominantly cults to me. And she hasn't spoken to her daughter for almost 8 years. So she is pointing the finger at me for ruining their relationship and for her daughter running away. I have poisoned the mind of her daughter. And I am the... what did she say? I think I get this quite a lot. I'm the son of the devil, something like that. And so on. So that's bullet points. There's lots of other things in there, which was quite disturbing actually. And it's kind of fascinating because the topic of the conversation is the tarot, that I teach tarot, and I'm a healer and I teach healing. Can you imagine? What a terrible man, teaching somebody how to heal and love somebody else and make them feel better. I can see how your God wants to punish me. That makes total sense. Or then again, if you look at it the other way around and it was evil, now you can see why you want to punish somebody who's doing good and loving and kind, who doesn't judge. Now, how do I know about the mother and daughter? Well, because the daughter took a healing course and has spoken to me about her mother. Now, the daughter is 42 years old. You can't make this shit up. She's 42, nearly 43 years old now, and she had spoken to her mum for 8 years, right? And it's... Mum, it's nothing to do with you, obviously. It's all to do with the man Bajerski. Oh, somebody needs a mirror. But I talk about this an awful lot. If you've ever watched some of my videos, I've always said when a child is in a bad place, when a child runs away, when a child does, it's normally the mum and dads I need to help and need to heal, not the child. And here's a typical example of a mother who is blaming everybody else for the daughter running away, right? Nothing to do with the fact that the daughter wanted to explore her own path, who wanted to see the world in the way she felt that the world was and how it was opening up to her in ways that can't be explained, which was really beautiful. She sent some beautiful messages over these 6 months. And seeing, having white feathers, hearing spirit, smelling spirit, the father passed away. And it was like the mother was like, and the mother is, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but it's true. This is what you like. This is how your daughter feels. Not just that, what about everything that you are pushing, the cult energy? Because it's a cult. You're in a cult. A cult is predominantly somebody who is constantly bombarding their prisoner with brainwashing, right? Not letting that prisoner think or feel for themselves, imprisoning them. You can understand why they want to break out and run away, or can't you? Probably not. And you talk about God, you talk about tarot cards, because she's taken it. You know, it makes me laugh because we've had thousands of people taking the tarot courses for many, many years, and I've met so many people taking tarot courses, and they're such beautiful souls, but then they're attacked by, I say, demons, by evil, because evil weaves its way into people to stop somebody from shining a light. So I'm going to give you an example, and shame on you, Mum, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. A mother should be loving, kind, caring, understanding, allowing their child to fly free, trusting if you believe in a God. Didn't God create this beautiful being to be who she's meant to be and to experience what she's meant to be? Who are you to stick your nose in and tell her what's evil and what's not? Evil is what evil does. Show me one aspect of her evilness. What? She took she did something that you didn't like, or what you as interpreted as evil? What? Wanting to give energy healing to somebody to make them feel better? Really? To turn some cards over, which are just cards? They're just images. You know, I could take a knife and give you that knife. In fact, here, let me show you something. Let me put it on for you, love. There you go. Let me take all these away now. Pretend I've not got them and I've got this on. Okay, how's that for you? Does that make you feel better? Now, does that make you feel better? Does it, love? Does that make you feel better? Look at it. It's a cross. Yes, it's what you believe in. It's your Catholic religion. Yes. So, because I'm wearing it, has everything changed now? So you really think that a cross makes somebody who they are, do you? Really? Absolute joke. Absolute joke. Ridiculous. And the more I do this work, the more I realise how satanic religion is and how it corrupts the mind and kills the spirit and the soul that has come here to be loving and kind and caring, which entraps you and makes you somebody that you're not. Because of what? Because of an interpretation of some letters. Yeah, you didn't come here to I mean, did I, excuse me, I came here to find one book and then to memorize it, read it, and to follow my whole life about one book. Difficult. I'm sorry I don't speak brainwashed. You're going to have to talk to somebody else. But let me get my cards. I'm really sorry for your pain to the daughter. Love you with all my heart. You're an amazing soul, powerful, and what you're going through, I really do feel sorry for you. I really do. So, this is a tarot deck. This, if you don't touch it on your face because it burns apparently. Yeah, of course it does. So, let's have a look at the tarot cards. Let's have a look at what your daughter's learning. So your daughter's done 10 hours on a beautiful course, and she's finished it now, and I'm going to share with you, you've probably gone by now, but if you're still watching, here's what she learned. There's an image there, and it's an image of a lady, and above the lady there's a light on her head. And when you look at this lady, you can see that her ear is clear to see. And as you look at her eyes, you can see she's looking in a certain direction. And if you look at her demeanor, if you look at her, she's very well dressed. Her hair is beautiful. It's very groomed. If you look at her profile, it looks happy. There is no anger there. There's only curiosity and what I would say strength, by that beautiful light of healing. As you look at this card, when you see the ear is very clear to see. So what does this tell you about this card? Well, as you look at this card from somebody who's just looking at it, you can see an actually lovely person with a beautiful light above her, and her ear is a clear indication that she's a lovely, caring person who listens. Isn't that beautiful? Now, the light above her head, to me, and maybe to you, it might be slightly different, but to me, it means that she's enlightened. She has the energy of great power. She has a good light, a good energy around her. Health, she looks very healthy. Is she somebody who likes to write? She does. She looks like there's some nice writing there, and she likes to write. What is these waves? Well, to me, for some reason, I'm getting a Libra energy. So I feel that this is somebody who's very balanced, loving and kind. So if I see this card, I see the stars, I see the light. So I would say that this person is creative. She's strong. She's confident. She's somebody who takes time in what she does. She looks very deeply into many different aspects of life. She isn't judgmental. She isn't a gossip. In fact, her mouth is closed, so she listens more, which you should do, Mum. And I see your daughter in this. This is your daughter. And your daughter is beautiful. She's wise. She's kind. She's got this energy that I just need to learn. She's got this buzz, this energy of experiencing the world to the full. Now let me tell you something. The reason why you're so horrible and you're so angry is because your daughter, and you know this, is everything that I've just said in this card. And you are angry and bitter and jealous because she is not all over you, doing what you want, serving your selfish nature and deeds. And all that you are angry about with your religion and with your dogma and with your enslavement with a narrow mind that simply wants a daughter to make you feel better, make you feel a better person because of how you're trying to, or how you tried to, mold your daughter into what you want, but actually is nothing like you. And she never will be like you. And that's why she's run away. And I don't blame her for a moment. But there is hope here. There is hope. There's some great hope here. Because you know why? This beautiful soul is kind, is caring, is forgiving. And she will forgive you in a moment if you just stopped. Just for a moment and looked in your mirror and realized that the cause of all your pain and your daughter's pain is yours, is you. I don't care what religion you are, neither does your daughter. Nobody cares. The only thing we care about is live and let live. And if you've got nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. And this goes for a lot of mums who can be abusive, but then twist it as if it's somebody else who's doing it. It's your daughter or it's your son. So I speak this out of my understanding of my father. I had the same issue. I couldn't wait to get away because of his brainwashing, his dogma. So I know, I feel for this beautiful soul with all my heart. Yeah, tarot card, it's dreadful, eh? It's dreadful. It brings out the worst. It's terrible. No, it doesn't. Just like a knife. A card is just like a knife. The only difference is who's holding it. So you can carve a beautiful angel out of wood, or you can damage somebody by stabbing them. A cross means nothing. It's the person underneath that cross who's wearing it. It's what they do, it's their actions. Nothing to do with a cross. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but it just sometimes, I just pray that some mums and dads listen. Just stop listening and just let go. Just stop. Or else you'll just grow old without your children, and you'll become even more bitter, and you'll become even more sick, and you'll become even more nasty. And there's got to be a point where we stop. You've got to stop. You've got to stop, because this, deep inside you, isn't you. It's a program. It's what you've been taught, trained. It's what you've been brainwashed to believe. Anyway, it is what it is. It's just very sad. And it's funny how I knew then straight away who the mum and daughter was. And of course, nobody knows. Nobody would know. So this isn't causing any issue to anybody apart from the daughter, who, just craves to be left alone and just to be loved in the way that is simple and like lots of children and want to be loved. They don't ask for much, but the suffering that the parents can do to a child when they think they're doing their best, and they're doing it because of protection or one thing or another, they just don't see how they push their children away and why they run away. And I'm not saying this is for everybody, but there is a huge amount of this going on. And I've seen it over the years. I've had many mums come to me and many dads come to me and many children and many mums about their mums and mother-in-laws. And it's just like, why can't we just live in harmony? Why do we have to be so opinionated? Why do we have to be so judgmental? Why can't we just live and let live? As long as we don't do no harm. This, for instance, is it's a different kettle of fish if your kids are smashing windows and stealing and hurting people. That's not what this is about. This is about good, kind, loving children who have to run away from the parents because of this. Can't you see? No, it's not physical, but it feels it. Sometimes emotional pain is much, much worse. I used to get hit nearly every day by my dad. That didn't bother me. I got used to it. But it was the thought of him coming home and what was going to happen. That was the worst part. And it's lasted longer than the physical disappears. No, it doesn't affect me that. But the fear of every day waiting for that door to open and what he was going to say and doing bits, no problem. It's done. It's over with. Thank God for that. I'm all right now. I can get on with my day. And that's basically what I used to do most days. As soon as I got a whack, I used to go off and enjoy the day, and it was fine. But the fear of waiting for him to come back, that was horrendous. That was 1,000 times the beating that I got. Why I'm saying that is because you don't realize that your emotional state, that your anger, your opinionated judgmental behavior is that exactly the same. And then you wonder why your children don't want to come and see you. Just stop being this brainwashed person that you are, this need to, and then using the excuse as if this is what a good mother does. No, a good mother doesn't do that. Neither does a good father. That's not a good mother or father. I know, I've been there. My 2 children have never had any lessons from me other than just do your best. I'm here if you need me, and I'll watch and take care of you as much as I can, but the rest is up to you. Because when you get older, you're going to have to figure out all of this yourself, because one day I'm not going to be here. And you're going to have to know and listen to what's right and wrong within you. And you will get upset and things will go wrong and you will get hurt and accidents do happen and shit happens. But I'm always here for you. I don't say, don't do that. You must do that. You do that. You should, oh, it's terrible. You did that. Oh, like, are you kidding me? Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. And leave your kids alone. And do yourself the biggest favor you could ever do in this world if you want to change anything in your life, which I doubt it very much. Just start to look at yourself by way of putting your feet in your daughter's shoes or your child's shoes, and just listen to what you say to your child. Imagine if you are now that child listening to you and your conversation. If you truly listened and you truly heard what was said, you'd soon stop and you would apologize. And you would then say, I'm going to try and change this program, this brainwashing that I was taught by religion, by my parents, by whatever. There is still no excuse. You're here to break the mold of your parents. You're here to be who you're meant to be, not who told you what you have to be and what you have to think. Because that's what you're trying to do to your child. You're trying to tell them what they have to be and what they have to think. No, you're wrong. There is right and wrong. There is, especially in this point. I say there is no wrong and right, but in this occasion, you're wrong. You're very wrong. And you are causing abuse and pain and suffering to your child. So stop. Stop. Just stop. Or else you'll be a lonely person for the rest of your life. Have a great day, guys. Love you all.